What is up, Halo fans? Just a quick video here, a little update on a few things. First, well, there's a stand. It's not. I mean, it's completely printed. It's just not assembled with the wood and the light. I just wanted to show what it looks like. So that orange panel, I'm gonna see if I can light it up. Even if I can't, it's still cool. But let's look at well, I don't know what this is doing here. Shit. Well, anyway, it's just a Believe gun. I just painted the gun real quick. I know there's stuff on the hand, but that's the way it is. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to miss the fingers that I'm gonna paint anyway. So it is painted. It's still the gun still needs work. That's probably why it was over here. It's just like the initial paint, and then I'll throw some darker paint on it. And then do the hand and nails and the armor. Anyway, I don't know why I have that over here. I finished doing these. If anybody's interested, there's 6 of them. There should have been 7, but I lost one somewhere. I have no idea where it is. But they're all done. I mean, they're not done. They're painted. I just got to weather them a little bit. I don't do too much. I just do a little bit of weathering so that it shows, it's been around. It's not supposed to look brand new. That's why I paint you see the little gold, how it's like worn. That's why they're like that, because the chip's been in and out so many times, you don't think it's gonna stay gold, do you? So it's like anything else, they have wear on them some. That's why they're all like that. Gotta show some wear and tear. What else? Oh, I did the helmet today for the, was this today? I don't know if I gotta touch up the green and black. You'll see it looks crappy, but that's okay. That's because I have to do it that way. It's a process that I go through to make sure it comes out perfect. But you can see I sprayed the gold that was over that black, and then I cleared it. You can literally, I took a photo of it for the customer. You can see me taking the photo in it. That's funny. It's that shiny that you can see. That's just the clear doing that. But then all I gotta do is touch up that green and then paint those little lights. It's not a lot. Do the back a little bit. Do that little circle thing in the middle. Just a couple little things. Then this thing is finished. It's already glued together except for the helmet. But it came out really nice. I'm happy with it, and the gun's done. Everything's done. Like I said, everything is done except the weathering and which I won't even attach that gun until it's ready to ship. The problem with that, if it falls over for any reason, that tip's gone. Or likely, not always, but it's likely gonna break. You gotta be careful with those. So I won't even attach it. Sometimes I feel like I wish I could just ship it. On it, like with the Arbiter, when he gets shipped with this statue, the sword's never glued in. You have to glue that yourself, because the shipper packs it in a box, its own box, and puts it inside the big box. But the problem with doing it with this is there's a key there, but this doesn't have a key. That hole, I make that hole for draining. The model does not have a key. I don't understand why they didn't put a key there. I mean, I guess it was maybe they think it's easier to assemble it, but honestly, it would be easier with the key. If you're smart and you're not I hate to say it like this, but if you're not a friggin' idiot, you can use both keys and get it together. But I guess since most people can't, I'm assuming, I don't know. I hate gluing, because then you gotta, like, by the time it's actually worse, because every one of these I've ever put together, you have to put that one in, the key, and then this one you gotta, like, hold it together with a lot of pressure while it dries. And then I always hate shipping them, because then if it gets a little bump, the glue could crack and it'll won't ruin it, but then the person has to glue it back. So whatever, it is what it is, but it's just something that I wish was not so. But anyway, the statue itself came out really nice. I mean, it's a pretty damn good ass paint job on it. I'm happy with it. Once it's weathered and scratched a little, this particular statue with the Arbiter doesn't get too much wear on it. It's just not. I never have. I save that for other ones, but we'll see. I'm definitely happy with the way it came out. you know, everything's pretty perfect. As perfect as I can make it, so you know, they're gonna be happy with it. You know, I'll give it the look over a once over again, even though it's assembled. I don't care. I'll still give it a look over. I have a feeling I have to paint something, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't always find it. Sometimes I'll find something, and I'm like, ugh. But I think I got everything. Yeah. So anyway, so back to this. Now this is all this waiting for is I'm gonna do the white, which each piece I'll take it apart and I'll fix all the bullshit like that. It's got to get fixed. You know, it's not a big deal to fix it. It's actually not that much as I thought. There are some spots like here, like little tiny little. It looks big in the video, but it's really it's just a dab of paint. And I still never fixed that little thing. But I want to put another coat of pewter on there, and then these areas I'm going to go back and I want to make sure the lines are consistent. Like, for example, this line, where that curve is, you see that little thin line on the right side? I'm not sure if I want to leave that white, because if I leave it white there, then this one, when I paint, if I leave it white there, then this one, when I paint it, I need to leave it, you know, paint that curve. What's weird is this white line is here, but it's like more of an angle up. If you look up and it's white, it looks pewter, but it's white because it's flat when I painted it. So of course I wouldn't paint that. So I wish I would have paid more attention when I originally did it. But I think at the time when I was doing it, it was like a last minute decision. I was like, oh, I'm painting these. And actually I know it was because I started painting the lower, and I think it's in the back, I painted a part of a strap and I caught myself. I'm like, no. You know, not doing that. So I don't know. I'm really happy with it. After I do the white touch up, then I will I'll probably do the white touch up. It's probably going to be more than one session. It's probably going to be like a couple days, because I'll paint it and I have other stuff to do, and because this is not a rush, so I'll paint it, let it sit. Maybe I'll do 2 in a day, you know, just because it's going to take more than one coat to cover some of that orange and red. I know it is. There's nothing I can do. I could possibly, my brother suggested, why don't you just paint gray over it, and then the white will be easier to cover, but I'm not so sure about that. I'd have to test it on something else. I'd probably have, I got the broken gun over there. I can just do it on this right here. You just paint some red, let it dry, then paint some gray over it and see how the white covers over that. I did do some cover up in the white anyway before, and it didn't, in the beginning, it was like a nightmare. I'm like, this is not working. This is going to suck, because I had to put so many coats, it felt like, over it. And then when it dried, I was like, this doesn't look right. And of course, my brother's like, dude, I told you, he acts like I haven't been doing this a long time. But he's like, dude, I told you, the airbrush always looks different, which is true in a sense. But for example, when I touch up the green here, you cannot tell. It's the white is a different animal. But I will say this, when it did dry, I can't even, nothing's standing out. I'm sure if I went down there and looked, I'd probably see, you could probably see it. But the goal is to use very thin down paint and do very smooth layers, even if it takes 5 layers. I don't give a fuck. You got to do it right. I'm not gonna, in the past I would just take a thick paint and kind of tap it around. I would paint it thin, but to keep the brush lines out, I would take a big wad at the end and kind of tap it around. And then I noticed it works, but it's not as neat as doing the thin down layers. It's just more time consuming. And then obviously I'm going to, for example, let me just say this is the plan, just so you don't get any confusion, is that where the colors are, I'm going to do the brush, okay, like that line, this line, maybe a little hair right there, just like this, maybe I have to, just to there's just a couple places where the paint's not crooked, but I was just fuck it, I'll have to touch it up anyway. So that's one part of it. But once all those are done on all the parts, there's a different technique that I'm going to do, and that's called simply take a piece of tape and cover this. Cover this. It doesn't have to be perfect, because as long as I as long as I fix all the lines manually with a brush, with the white, then I know I can put tape over these and not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the perfect shape, just bigger. And then I can take each piece and inspect it, where I can just maybe throw a light coat of white on all the pieces, is what I'm saying. Where the white is, just, like I said, hit it with a couple, I'm not gonna, this isn't how I do it, but say I was like, spray this arm down, right? Turn it over, spray the other side, let it sit. Then do another arm, then come back and do a second coat, and then that's done. Or I let it dry and then check it, but that's all it should probably need. There's not going to be this crazy stuff going on, but it's two different ways to put the white on it. Like I said, for the detailed spots, I use the little brush and thin paint, and then when I'm done for the major areas that I think need it, I'm gonna tape them off and kind of just hit it with the airbrush. That'll probably be perfect. It may sound like a lot of extra work, but it's really not. I didn't really know how that part was going to go, but I think that from my experience, like, you can't probably tell on the phone, but right here, the paint is a little thin on that side right here. Right here, it's not that I can see the primer was white, but I can tell it needs a little extra paint right there. So I just, I feel like this. Do I have to? No. How many people are going to come and inspect the statue and be like, oh my God? Nobody. But it's like, I just can't do it. I gotta clean that shit up, as much as I can. I'd rather do it and I feel better. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. And probably tomorrow I'll print the numbers. And then what I'm going to do, which I don't obviously, because the Master Chief, I'm going to get an NFL logo and the Nike. I'm going to have to look at the outfit and see where they are and see if I can see about getting decals for that too. I'm not sure if I'm going to put those on. Just the team is enough just on the helmet, but I don't know. We'll see, you never know. I'll have to look at it and kind of think it over. It's kind of like, do I do it or not? And then, so we shall see. Oh, and then I got to touch up the neck and the gloves a little bit. I know that for sure. But there's nothing major left with this. But once this is done, guess what? I got to start working on this stand. And then all the little extra pieces, like there's going to be a big pirate chest, some barrels. I got to work on the 3 helmets that he's going to be holding from the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panther helmets. And I'm going to do the Black Panther helmet, I think, with the blue. I saw it the other day. I was like, damn, whatever helmets are the fattest, I'm going to do those ones. And then I have other helmets for something else that I got to do that are going to go in the chest. And I got to get a couple other little items. And so I'll just be happy when this is done, because I'm going to unassemble it, put it in a box for safety, and, move on from there. The only thing that's cleared is his mask, but I'm going to clear the whole thing just with matte. I think it's good. I won't use gloss, but maybe satin I actually mix it with the matte. I don't know what the hell I always do. I don't really know if that matters, but I think it'll look cool, and hopefully you still follow along and like, follow, and share, and you can donate even $1. So just let me know, and thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Peace.